Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Tanmay Patil. I'm a final year electronics and telecommunication engineer studying at KJ Somaiya College of Engineering, Mumbai. And I recently applied to various universities across the US and got seven admits. And I was planning to start my master's in August 2020, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I have decided to defer my admits to the next year, that is fall 2021, and I'll be using my 1 year to gain the tech skills and the soft skills that are required to land a job in the United States.
Thank you, Tanmay, for your awesome introduction. So the first question which we have is that there are three major options for fall 20 admits. Number one, online fall semester and then offline spring semester. Number two is to defer to spring 21. Number three is to defer to fall 21. It would be great if you could point out the advantages and disadvantages for each of these options.
Yeah, so let us consider the first one, that is the online option. So the problem with online option is that if I start my fall 2020 semester online, say from August, I'll my fall 2020 semester online. Then after my fall 2020 semester, my second semester, that is spring 2021, I'll be there in United States. I'll travel to the United States and start my second semester. Now the problem is that I have done my first semester online, and when I finish my second semester, that is the spring 2021 semester, I will enter the summer 2021. Okay. Now in summer 2021, I won't be able to do any internship, because to do an internship you need to be present in the United States for 2 whole semesters. Now because I have done online, because I've done the fall semester online and the spring semester on campus, I only have one semester that I have done on campus, so that may be ineligible for summer internship, and I will have to do one more semester, and then I'll become eligible for internship. So basically I become eligible for winter internships. And as far as I know, as far as my seniors have consulted me, there are more opportunities in summer for internships as compared to winter. So that's why I didn't go for online, and that is one disadvantage of online. The second disadvantage is a bit minor one, and it depends upon the university, upon how the university can handle online classes and how they are efficient and whether they are worth the money that they cost. So that is also one thing. But my primary concern was the summer internship. So that one major, and the second reason is the minor one. And now coming to the second option, that is deferring the admit to spring 2021. This option also has similar disadvantage as the online option. If I start my masters in spring 2021, then by the time I reach summer 2021, I will only have completed one semester on campus, and that's why I will be ineligible for the summer internship. And similarly, I'll be eligible for winter internship, because then by winter I'll have completed 2 semesters, and that's why similarly in spring I will be ineligible to do the summer internship, and that's why I didn't choose spring. And then comes the third option, fall 2021. So the advantages of fall 2021 is that since you are going to pay a lot of money for your masters, you do not want to compromise on anything. You want to have all the experience that you can. So if I choose fall 2021, I will be able to be on campus right from day one till the last day. I can have all my experiences. I can even land 1 month before my college starts. So the F1 visa allows a student to land 1 month before the college actually starts, and in this I I can settle down nicely. I can find on-campus jobs. I can make connections. I can know my professors, and this is the advantage that deferring to fall 21 brings. And also, I'll also get a whole year. In this whole year, I can cope up with my skills gap. I can improve my technical skills, soft skills, and also this 1 year will give the time for the US economy to recover.
Right.
So if I go in fall 2020 in a hurry, I'll graduate in fall 2020, but there is no guarantee that by that time economy will have recovered that much. So if I give the economy 1 year to more to recover, that is an advantage.
So then, does that mean the competition for fall 21 would be more than usual?
Now actually it depends upon the university. So some of the universities have a strategy, like for example, let's take that there are 500 seats for a particular program in a university, okay? And usually some of those seats are reserved for those who defer. Okay, so let's consider this universities keeps 100 seats reserved for those who defer their admission and 400 for fresh applicants. Okay. So there might be some universities who do this. Okay, and there might be some other type of universities who may think that because there were less number of students who attended during the fall 2020 semester, and because of these less number of students, we have faced an economic contraction, and the earnings were not as much in the fall 2020. So we should increase the number of seats in fall 2021. So they might do that instead of having 500 seats, they can keep 600 seats. Now 500 seats for fresh applicants and 100 seats for deferred. So there are these type of universities. One who keeps their number of seats fixed, and in that case, the new applicants may face some competition. And in the second case, since the number of seats for fresh applicants have increased, so the competition they face is less. So actually, no university actually like reveals what their plan is. So you cannot just predict what a university can do. So it can either keep the same number of seats, or it can increase the number of seats.
Okay, right. Okay.
So actually, if someone asks whether then I should apply for fall 2021 or I should not because of the increased competition, my answer would be you should definitely apply for fall 2021 if you are a fresh applicant. And instead of thinking about the increased competition, you should study hard, get great marks, and then you wouldn't have to worry about the competition that much.
So then, can you tell us about the H-1B visa restrictions which have been implemented recently, and also tell us which category of students are most hit by these latest restrictions?
Yeah. So first of all, those students who are right now on F1 visa in United States, the new executive order that President Trump signed about the suspension of issuance of new non-immigrant worker visas like H1B, H2B visa, and visa. This executive order does not at all whatsoever impact anyone who is in the United States with a valid. So who is states working on OPT or STEM OPT or is trying to extend his OPT and someone who is looking to yes. This executive order, because this executive order does not include F1, F2, F3, F4 visas or STEM OPT or OPT. This executive order only affects H1B visas, H2B visas, and L and J. And even these H1B, H2B, L and J visas, if you have these visas and they are valid and you are in the United States, or you are outside the United States with the valid visa, this does not affect you. This only affects people who are on H1B, H2B, L and J visa, but they do not have the valid stamp of this visa and they are outside the United States. This affects them. They cannot enter the United States because they do not have the stamp of H1 of those four visas. And even if you have an appointment scheduled, or even if your any one of these visas have been approved by the embassy or consulate in India, so even if that is the case, the consulate will not issue the H1B visa to you, or H2B, L and J visas to you. They will not have your passport starting June 24th, and you will have to wait till 1st January 2021 to enter the United States. So the most unfortunate ones are the ones who are currently working on OPT or STEM OPT, and they have applied and they had applied to the H1B lottery, and they were selected in the H1B lottery. And because of the consider that I was on OPT studying in working in the United States, and before this COVID-19 pandemic, and I had applied for the H1B lottery, and I applied for the H1B lottery, and this COVID-19 pandemic happened. So I came back to India to meet my family, and then I hear that I have been chosen in the H1B lottery. But then suddenly on June 22, President Trump signs an executive order that they won't be issuing any H1B visa. So right now I am in India with my H1B approved, but still I cannot enter the United States and work as an H1B visa worker, because my visa will not be approved till 31st December 2020. So those are the most unfortunate ones. Those who were working on OPT and got selected in the H1B lottery, and who got stuck outside the United States because their visa won't be issued now.
Okay. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the part 1 of the Q&A with Tanmay. The part 2 of the Q&A is already on Tanmay's channel. The link to the video is in the description down below, so go and check that out. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to watch more such videos where we talk to international students.